living like a stage. Hey, hey, living like a stage. Hey, hey, living like a stage. Hey, hey, living like a stage.
Hey Lifer Tribe, welcome to another video, Living Life with Stay. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. And since you're here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming a permanent part of this Lifer Tribe. And for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, I am your girl Stay Hall, and I am your emotional intelligence expert. I help people reach whatever level of success they desire and deserve by giving them the skills and tools that they need to tap into their emotional intelligence and develop their soft skills. Things like conflict resolution, leadership, adaptability, all the things that help us to reach whatever level of success we desire and deserve. How do you know when you're working in your passion? How do you know when you are really doing that thing that you were called to do? How do you even recognize your passion? How do you fulfill your passion? And how do you know that your passion is that thing that is going to be able to bring you the success that you want in life? And when you figure that out, how do you make that happen? Those are questions that a lot of people find themselves asking themselves and others and the universe. And I think the reason why it could be so difficult to figure it out is because, just like with a lot of other things in life, we just overthink it. For me, I know that I am walking in my passion because I am doing the things that I dreamed about since I was a little girl. I like to joke and say like I was the original motivational speaker, or I created podcasts, because when I was just about 8 years old, I used to do a radio show out of my bedroom window. Yes, to the neighborhood in the evenings, and I would keep everybody updated on what was going on in my life as if they cared, but they pretended they did. I had a few what do I want to call them, VIP listeners, my next door neighbors, and I would talk about the weather, I would sing songs, and I just always felt comfortable in that vein. And then I went on to college and I studied communications and journalism. And at some point or another in life, no matter what I was doing career-wise, I still found myself in some sort of arena, some sort of platform where I was talking and sharing with people. And even though one of my major God-given talents that I was blessed with is singing, and I've been singing since I was 3 years old. I've sung professionally. I like to sing, but I never really loved it, and it never really fulfilled me. And I look at that as my God-given talent, but I look at the way I feel and the energy that I get and the talent that I have for making an impact and speaking to people and pouring into people. That's my passion. And so your passion is that thing that you would do every day, even if no one paid you. It's that thing that makes you happy outside of the dollar signs. But because we all need money to live, we have to survive. Unfortunately, we have bills and we need to eat. We have to figure out how to be able to do that thing that we can't live without and still get paid to do that. And so there are so many ways to leverage your passion, because normally the thing that you're passionate about is something that's going to help other people. And so whether that's being passionate about baking, being passionate about knitting, being passionate about coaching and developing people, being passionate about writing, there are definitely ways to capitalize on that. And the reason why so many people don't is because they feel like it's just too much. They overthink it. They feel like maybe their passion is an arena that is oversaturated, or maybe they feel like they're passionate about something but they don't really feel that they have the experience and talent to do that as a business. And you don't always have to start out working in your passion and making that your own business. you can still work for someone else and be working in your passion. If you are passionate about writing, then you can start off by maybe writing articles and contributing to someone else's magazine, someone else's newspaper. I myself am a columnist for the Fort Worth Black News. And so that is still a part of my passion. I love writing. I have written several books. And it also allows me to contribute in a way where I'm pouring into people. I write about things that I'm passionate about. And so if you get yourself connected with a newspaper, with a magazine, have that conversation with them about what your passion is within your writing. And a lot of times they can fit you in, because when I write for the Fort Worth Black News, I write about soft skills. All of my articles are going to be about soft skills and emotional intelligence. But that was something that they didn't already cover. So I'm able to share my passion there in many ways. Your passion, when it has something to do with helping people, it also means that it's probably solving a problem. And any time that you can solve a problem for other people, there is opportunity to make money off of that. Because when we have a problem, we will pay just about anything to get that problem solved. There is a company, and I hate when I talk about this because I can never remember the name of the company, but y'all can Google it. But there is a company who has been very successful on scoop and poop from other people's yards, because that's a problem. People do not enjoy scoop and poop. And speaking of it, y'all hear my little puppy in the background. Evidently somebody's walking down the street. For some reason, Lutz feels like nobody else is allowed to walk down our street. But anyway, I digress. Scoop and poop is a problem. Now, I can't necessarily say that anybody was passionate about scoop and poop, but they saw a problem. They figured out how to solve the problem. And so they reached out to the community, to the masses, and said, hey, we know y'all don't like scoop and poop. We don't mind doing it, but you're going to have to pay us. And they have really capitalized on that. And so you just have to figure out how your passion can then convert into something that's solving a problem for someone else. And once you figure out that dynamic, then, my friend, you have a business and you are working in your passion. But you just have to be really clear about what your passion is and not second guess it and not think, well, this is my passion, but it's kind of silly and no one else is going to really tap into this, and I don't know how to build a business. I don't know how I'm going to build a community off of it. Think about what problem it solves. A lot of times our passions are derived from problems that we have had in the past and the creative ways that we have gone about solving those problems. And during our time of solving those problems, we became passionate about whatever it is. So many people who have become activists, motivational speakers, people who advocate for other people, it was because of a problem that they had that they then solved and became passionate about solving that problem for other people. Now you might be thinking, for me, okay, so you talk about emotional intelligence and soft skills, and you talk about entrepreneurship. What kind of problem did you have? Well, what I realized is I struggled a lot in my youth because I was deficient in emotional intelligence. The reason why I found myself in so many conflict situations, the reason why I had a hard time with friendships, the reason why I found myself in trouble so much growing up and in school is because I did not have conflict resolution. I did not have emotional intelligence. When I was mad, I thought that if I'm mad right now, I'm allowed to show that anger right now. I'm allowed to act out and do whatever because this is my emotion. Well, that's not having emotional intelligence. I learned that a lot of things in my life early on would have been much different had I had emotional intelligence. And once I learned what emotional intelligence was, once I learned the art of negotiation, conflict resolution, team building, effective communication, active listening, it made a world of difference in how I showed up in each and every day and how I was able to interact with others. And so then I became passionate about it because I realized that I wasn't the only one out there struggling with this. And I realized that I wasn't just a bad person. I wasn't a hothead. I wasn't somebody who's just difficult to get along with. I just didn't have the skills and tools that I needed. And so once I learned those things, I became passionate about it. And then I decided that I was going to be the one to help someone else so that they wouldn't have to learn the hard way just like me. The reason why I became a coach, a life coach, a motivational speaker is because I have the motto in my life that I just want to be that somebody to somebody that I wish somebody could have been for me. And so I realized that I had a story to tell and that people did not have to go through the same things that I went through to get the same results. And so I decided to share my story. And so it became a business. Now people pay me to come and share my story. People pay me to coach them and teach them and train them on emotional intelligence and soft skills. And so I get the opportunity to live in my passion every single day, help others, teach others, and still get paid. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. And I just don't want you to doubt yourself. And I don't want you to think that there's not space for you. I don't want you to think that you don't have enough experience, because when you are living in your passion, your life is going to be the experience. It doesn't necessarily take degrees. It doesn't necessarily take certifications. It doesn't take being recognized by someone else and being invited to the room and offered a seat at the table. You can create your own stage. You can invite people into your room and make room for them at your table, because when you are passionate about something and you have lived certain experiences, you are automatically the expert. I didn't have to go to some big fancy school and get all these degrees to realize that emotional intelligence and soft skills are a thing. I didn't have to get all kind of certifications and attend a bunch of seminars to realize that people need support and they need to be motivated in certain areas. Those were things that I had gone through. So my life experience gave me my experience. So I want you to really tap into your passion. I want you to be confident about your passion. I want you to realize what your passion is. Figure out what kind of problem that passion can solve, and then I want you to share it with others. If you're passionate about something, you deserve to be able to be the expert in whatever that is. And it doesn't matter how many other people are out there doing the same exact thing as you are. There is somebody who is waiting for just you to show up. I'm not the only motivational speaker out here. I'm not the only author out here. I'm not the only life coach out here. I'm not the only emotional intelligence expert out there. But there are certain people who are only going to get those things from me, because people perceive and receive information in different ways. And so the way I deliver it is perfect for a certain group of people, and the way other people deliver it is going to be suited for another group of people. So never let the fact that you feel that a certain industry is saturated, don't let that turn you away, because there is enough out here for all of us. And so I want you to be confident in your passion. I want you to really tap into your passion. I want you to figure out what kind of problem you can solve, and then go forth and be great, because there are a ton of people out here waiting for you to show up. So hopefully I said something today that has sparked a light bulb, has given someone the motivation and inspiration they need to move forward. And if you want to take a deeper dive and you're interested in some one-on-one coaching with me so we can talk about your passion specifically and build that roadmap for you to be able to reach the level of success you desire and deserve, then hop on over to stayhall.com. Shoot me a message. We'll get a meeting on the calendar, and I will help you with whatever it is that your heart desires, because we all deserve to walk and work and earn from our passions. Well, y'all know the drill. I love and appreciate each and every one of you to bits and pieces. Always be kind and love one another, but don't forget to live your life. LYFE. Love yourself first explicitly. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Living like a gangster. Hey, hey. 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 Love yourself first. explicitly. You owe it to yourself to move with that energy. Empower your self-esteem. Self-love is king. That's the only way to win. That's how you empower your dream. Living life is day. Hey, hey. Living life is day. Hey, hey. Living life is day. Hey, hey. Living life is